Oh shit! What the hell was that? Mhm. Mm. Wow. 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 Mm. Mm. Uh, mm. Mm. Wow. What a surprise. All right, so now the orb is completely formed now. So we now have the orb, the range for the orb now. All right, come on, hit that target. I'm gonna be patient for my target because I know that if I try to take profits now, it's gonna run all the way down to my target and exceed it, and I know it. So I'm gonna be patient for my target here. I don't see nothing too concerning on Bookmap, so I'm gonna be patient for my target here. Nice, 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 nice. Great. That's what I'm talking about, baby. That's what I'm talking about right there. That's what I'm talking about. Come on, you were so close to this profit target though. You were so close. It's gonna be patient for that profit target right there. Patient for it. Patient up. Bam, bam. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Damn, what a great trade, man. Great freaking trade on gold here. Great freaking trade, man. Let's see if we can get this last profit target. Let's see if we can get it. Great trade. Great freaking trade, man. Great trade. Hey, what's up, investors? What's up? Got great trade on gold so far. We're up like 20 points, 25 points on gold. Shame isn't micros, but Up 20 points right now. Great trade so far. Great trade so far. Keep on going, baby. TP me. TP me. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Keep on going. Keep on going, baby. Keep on going. Great trade on gold. Just adjust my stop right there and trail this in. So I know that this will be, regardless of what happens, it'll be a profitable trade. Regardless of what happens. Get 18 points out of this at least. Just at least 18 points. If it doesn't want to. Come on, gold. Don't do it to me. Come on, gold. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Let me stay in this. Let me stay in it. I mean, all in all, like I said, it's still a good trade. Still a good trade. Let your boy stay in this. Let your boy stay in this trade, man, until you hit TP. Job's not finished. Job is not finished. Let your boy stay in this. All I needed to see is a rejection off of that 50 EMA. Or shit, I would prefer for it to reject here. Off of that 20 EMA here. That's what I would prefer to happen here. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Keep on rejecting. You don't need no bounce. So what I like about this trade is that we see the rejection off of that 21 EMA. That gives me confidence that this can keep on going down. We've seen a rejection off of the 50 EMA. If this thing pops back up, I won't have any more confidence in it. But as long as it keeps rejecting just like this, keep on rejecting, baby. Keep on rejecting. TP me, damn it. TP me. Shit, we're up about 27 points. 27 points on this. Like I said, if it pops back up above, if I don't see a rejection, then I'm gonna get out of this for as much profits as possible. Come on, keep rejecting off of that 21. That's what I need. All right, if it pushes past this, then I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna get out. I'm not gonna play that game. Yeah, that's all I need to see right there. It's a rejection off of. I need to see a rejection off of that. Okay, that's fine. I mean, this is gold. Great trade, man. Great trade. You know, I'm gonna lock it up. And that was a great freaking trade, man. That was a great trade, man. Really freaking great trade, man. Great trade. Great trade on gold. Uh, those EMAs are a cheat code on gold, man. It's a cheat code. You can use the EMAs on gold. And it did exactly what I expected it to do. It did exactly. We actually might see a rejection from the 200 EMA here, but you might actually see a rejection there. But you can see that we got this big rejection from the 21 EMA. They pull back to the 21 EMA. They push down. The bulls tried to get cute, but that 50 EMA, that medium term EMA was right there. Price gets rejected again, but that's 2 tries though. We have the sellers selling once. Price goes higher. The sellers sold twice. At least in this leg, it was unable to take out that low. So now we're seeing the sellers getting stopped out of their positions. But it doesn't mean that we see a reversal. It's just that the sellers that were in this range right here, it just got stopped out. That's all that's happening here. And now we're starting to see the buyers actually try to buy. Actually, we're seeing a cross of the short and medium term EMA, but the real test obviously is going to be that long term EMA. Price has to get above that before we say that the bulls have regained control here. But we'll see. I'm gonna watch out for the rejection here. Okay. So let's see if we can find another trading opportunity. Okay, so let's see if we can find another trading opportunity. While that sets up, let's look at the Nasdaq and see if we can find anything on the Nasdaq. See if we can find anything on the Nasdaq. So it looks like the Nasdaq is doing just about the same thing. Just about the same thing that gold is doing. I mean, it looks, this price action is the same thing as gold. It's doing the same thing. Actually, let's look at a side-by-side comparison of these. Look, this is the I think gold is gonna hit my original TP, but yeah, gold just there goes my original TP. There it goes. It just hit that TP. Oh well. I know, right? Shit, the real question is, think I may have missed it though, but anyway. Yeah, with the Nasdaq. Let me see. Let me get the Nasdaq real quick on. So I drew a range last night. We didn't see price actually go into the range yet. Obviously, the market front ran the. So I had a range between. So I drew out two ranges last night. I drew a range. Ah, come on, gold. That's not even fair, man. Anyway. 315 and 295 was the range I was looking for. And of course, the market just fronts run that. Of course, it fronts runs it. Of course, you know. I mean, that's just what the Nasdaq does. So I don't know if. Well, I mean, this range is still. I guess it's still valid. I guess it's still a valid range until it breaks it. This is the range I'm going to be looking for on the Nasdaq, and then I have another range between. It's a big range though. It's a big range. 275 to about 270. All right, so these are the two ranges that I got for Nasdaq, but we'll see. Well, looks like we got a bounce on gold here, but we could see it. Yes, we could. I feel like it's gonna probably do it's gonna probably do both for a kid. It's probably gonna do both. Because I mean, whatever is here, the market is holding up at these lows. We got the market breaking down, the market breaking above this high. So whatever this high is, the market seems to like it. But again, that 200 EMA is above price. So in order for the bulls to go higher, they need to break above it. But as long as price is underneath it, then shorts are going to work. You ain't tired. You ain't did nothing. Anyway. Hey, what's up, Tony? I mean, it did swipe that liquidity right there. You did see a swipe of liquidity right there. I mean, that wouldn't even make sense right there. I mean, that's a big push, though. Big push. Well, at least on the smaller time frame, they're trying to reject it here. I don't know. I don't know if I should go for that long right there. I wish I kind of got filled on that initial bounce. It would have been nice. All right, I guess we'll see. Well, I guess technically we did see a break of the orb. We did see a break of the orb. Technically. Yeah, I'm not gonna play that game. Okay. So if I'm not gonna do 5, then let's do some math here. Do some math. Man, I don't know, man. I don't know. Mm. Okay. Well, my thought process is that this leg has taken out all this liquidity right here, and that potentially the market could be pulling back up into this area or another short. At least that's my thought process on this. Okay. Let's see if I have the right idea here. Let's see if this is the right idea, if this is the right choice. God damn. Looks like there's a whole bunch of orders sitting at 70. 70. It's a whole bunch of orders sitting at 70. Man, this shit is like. Okay. $70, huh? Well, I'm looking at 70 right now. I mean, it is. Dang, that's like a whole range. Let me look at the 3-minute and see what the heck is up. 3-minute. 76. Yeah, I think I'll probably do it that way, bro. I'm getting tired of that bullshit. Okay. Well, okay. I'm gonna pull this buy order though. I'm not going to buy that if that drops. I'm not gonna buy it. I mean, we did see a good push on the Nasdaq though. But let's do it this way. Actually, maybe I guess we can leave it like that. Okay. Looks like this thing's gonna try to drop here. So we have a bunch of people sitting at 570. 570. Okay, so this is what I guess this is what I'll do, man. Okay. All right, so we'll see what happens here. We'll see what happens. I mean, I guess if we don't get this full pullback, I mean, I guess the worst thing that can happen is that I get stopped out. I mean, that's the worst that can happen here. Best case scenario, at least I get 1 or 2 of these targets filled. That'll be the best case. If we see a dump here before it kind of goes into these areas, then like I said, I'll just wait for the next trade. I'll probably because this thing most likely dumps. Or what I should have said is that this thing, if we do see a rejection, this low would, to taking out this low would definitely be the target, would be the market's objective, would be to try to take out that low. So what I'll do here is I don't mind getting in. So I see a level at I start a position at 18.9. I wouldn't mind getting into a position there. Of course. All right. Okay. Of course. 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 Okay. Of course. You know, sometimes these moves, it seems like they kind of come out of nowhere. Where I was trying to, well, it doesn't matter at this point. It doesn't matter. I mean, shit, if the market makes a full recovery here, man, shit, I don't know, man. Do we trust the move after that? Do we trust the move after this? Let's see. Okay, so we're almost. We'll see. We'll see if gold is gonna be nice to us today, and if we can get this these orders filled. Moving forward, I'm gonna start building the position into. I'm gonna start building into a position because at least for right now, the market is just. I guess I've grown tired of playing the which level is it going to reject that game. So what I'm gonna do is just reduce my just kind of like what I'm doing here. I'm gonna start off with a big position just in case this is the level that they choose. I'm gonna trade the middle, trade the bottom, get an average entry, and if price is going in my direction, then I can get a big trade. And then if I lose, then I'll just lose about $200 or $300, which is not a bad trade-off. The only difference now is that instead of making the $700 that I'm used to making, I could potentially make less now, or I have to catch a bigger move, which I guess that's the trade-off, because the market has just been kind of inconsistent about which level it wants to reject at now. Gonna have to get lucky. All right, so we go to the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq has just been trading in this big giant range. I mean, if you've been able to catch something in this range right here, that's kind of what the market has been doing. So currently, this would kind of be. No, that's not it. This would be your major low. This would be your major high. This would be the range, and everything inside this range would be internal liquidity, and this would be your external liquidity outside of the range. So the market hasn't tapped into the external liquidity. Has been taking the internal liquidity here. I do think that potentially, well, I think eventually we're going to see a breakout, and it's going to probably be a big move. And I guess what's going to be challenging about that move is not jumping in as it squeezes out the sellers, or if it squeezes out buyers, because it's a squeeze, but it's going to pull back. So I mean, as long as you know it's going to pull back, I mean, there's really no reason to chase moves when you know it's going to pull back. So, and especially if Trump gets to tweeting, well, I guess it's not really a tweet, whatever they call a post on Truth Social, whatever that's called. I guess we'll just call it tweeting just for simplicity's sake. But when he gets to start tweeting on Truth Social, okay. So it does appear that we're coming in close. We'll see what happens here. All right, so we're in. I'll be damned if I risk that much. All right, so we're in. All right, so we're in 3. And 3 so far. So I sold. I need 2 buy limits. Honestly, I really don't know where this thing can go, honestly. I mean, if you do see a drop here, I really don't know where it can go. So I guess what I'll do in this situation is just have a P&L target, since I really don't know. Okay. All right. So far, so good, but I mean, this thing could reverse here. So it looks like they pulled those orders at 570. They pulled those orders at 570. Yeah, that could have been a positive. I mean, that's a. Hmm. Well, I guess we'll come back to that. Let's see. Let's see what the Nasdaq is doing. Yeah, I guess. Well, the Nasdaq and gold are. I mean, look at this price action, man. It looks so similar. They're doing the same thing over here. Oh well, that's just too. You know, honestly, I'm kind of so I mean, I feel like this is going to be a 50-50 trade right here. I really feel that this is a 50-50 trade because I mean, we've gotten the drops already. We got a big drop. I mean, this drop did take out some lows, but the bulls did buy this back. They did regain control. We are back into supply. Looks like the bulls are trying to push through it, but we all know that breakouts fail until they don't. I kind of already got my exit strategy. I'm not going to say it out loud because gold was going to try to figure it out. But I was just about to say that there was a lot of buying in this area. Okay. All right, so that entry was filled. If I see too much bullishness, I'll get out of this. If I see too much of it. Because they could be trying to push this thing. They could, but and you know, this is what's been happening lately, so that's kind of what made me switch up my strategy a little bit into breaking them up at levels, because it will kind of stop at one level, it'll run the high, go to the next level right there, you see it, and then kind of act like it wants to go in my direction. I had that happen to me this morning, and it actually happened with this price action right here. So it consolidated at the level, it popped up to the next level, and then it dropped. So a losing trade would have been a winning trade if I built into the position. So I think I'm just gonna start doing that, because honestly, I'm tired of playing this game with gold. Oh, which level I'm going to reject at? Which level? So I'm just gonna trade at all levels. Every single one, and I'll just have a bigger stop. But all I know is that the most I'll lose is about $300 playing it this way, which is not bad. It's not bad. The most I'll lose is 3. Around $300. Uh, and y'all guys already know that as soon as I lose the $300, the account logs out. So I have to accept it. There's no changing it, no going back. I had to accept it. So that's something that I do before I even put on a trade, is I lock out those risk settings. But I've been kind of going through the Top Step chat today, and someone was up $1,800 earlier in the session. They wanted a little bit more, and they blew their XFA. 2 of them, 2 XFAs, they blew them. And I was thinking to myself, I was like, man, that's tough, man. That's tough. That's tough to lose an XFA, especially when especially being up $1,800 in an XFA. I mean, honestly, that's pretty good. That's pretty good in an XFA. Okay. And just because you wanted a little bit more, unfortunately, the account is gone. Okay. All right, so I know where I want to get out at. This thing pushes higher. Yeah, actually, I mean, I'm not going to get out at I'm not getting out here. I just don't want a heat-seeking missile to my stop. That's it. Okay. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here is 70. All right. I'm gonna leave my stop right here. I'm gonna use some of my profits as drawdown just in case. But I'm gonna leave it right there. And actually, what I probably might do is because I'm looking at the hourly right now, and man, I wouldn't even be able to survive that. I would have to sacrifice every single dollar of my profits to do that. I want to be able to survive a move like that. probably like what, 47 or something. Okay. All right. That sucks. Okay. That's okay. Nice. Well, I was hoping that the market would kind of do this before it got to my stop. I was hoping that it would, but I mean, it doesn't mean nothing now. And this thing literally had a heat-seeking missile on my stop. So my stop was at 74, I think 74.9. Yeah, 74.9. Gets up to 77.8, which, yeah. It was so it looks like it's trying to reject at the initial balance high, or this was the initial balance high right here. And that's kind of where we're seeing the rejection happen. Uh, Damn. Okay. All right. Damn. Okay. And that's the only other way to look at it. Shit, even then. Only other way to look at it. Okay, so let's see if we can get this order filled without it missing. Okay, all right. So I see a bunch of orders building up at 60. So I figured if I front run it by 9 ticks, I would get it, but I guess not. We'll see, man. I guess it hasn't necessarily tapped it yet. So it's highly likely that it's going to tap that liquidity at 560. So we got some liquidity building up at 560 here on Bookmap. 560, so we'll see if it gets filled. And if they hold it. All right, so I'm in. All right, so 560 entry. All right, so I bought it. So I bought, so I need to sell my way out of the position. And I'll probably just let this one run. Okay. Yeah, just probably let that one run. See if it gets to where I think it could get to. If the bulls, since the bulls want to be all gun-ho in this area, they might as well hold it. We take out that high. What do I got my first target at? 580 or 74? Mm. It might just be too high, man. Let's get more down to earth target. Mm. Okay. Okay. So let's see if we can get these targets hit. Looks like book map for the win again. We got a great entry because of book map, at least so far. At least we're seeing a reaction from the area where the market has some orders. I mean, we tapped into that 560 area and we saw a big bounce from it, like a 6-point bounce from that area. So let's see if it can hold it. But I'm not going to risk probably this much. I'll probably risk. I risk 54 points, like I usually do, 54 ticks. I think the biggest hurdle that the bulls have to get over is that we see all the EMAs literally consolidated in one area right here. We have all the medium, short, and long-term EMA all in one area. So either we're going to see the market squeeze and we're going to see a move above these EMAs, or we're going to see that. So we'll see what happens here. I'm not going to scale into this because this was kind of a book map entry, not necessarily a structure entry. We'll see though. I don't know how far this thing wants to go. Or how far this thing could go. I guess I should say that. Well, okay. Actually, what I will do is though, I'll actually will scale into this. I just looked at my chart and it looks like it wants to bounce off of the orb low here. This is the orb low. So the orb low is at, okay. Okay, all right. So I lost $700 in this account. All right, man. Okay. So I guess if I stayed in my, I guess if I was more, Mhm. Okay. Mm. If I was more aggressive about my stop, if I was more aggressive about it, I would have been in this position and I would be up big right now. So if I'm going to turn lead into gold here, what I kind of learn or what I've kind of, well, I guess what I'll say is this. If I didn't have that, if I didn't have the profits, I would have gotten stopped out by the system as it was going higher. But I mean, I had the profit, so maybe I should have just used it because I guess I was just early to the move. I was just early to it. Um, mm, mm, mm. Okay. Okay. Mm. Okay. Okay. Shit happens, I guess. Shit happens. I guess. Yeah. Damn, dude. Okay. Of course. Why not? 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 Okay. Thanks. 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 Solo Trade says the dump is Iran nuclear plant has been struck again. I was a bit too early on this damn. So the entry I took was man, okay. Whatever, man. It doesn't even matter. Gold already frustrated me with that stupid dump at the after stopping me out and then doing this big dump. I mean that already frustrated me, and then I don't have any accounts, so only got like a few more minutes anyway. Hmm. Hmm. Nice one, gold. Nice one. Nice one. Nice. Hmm. 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 Oof. Man, that was a very disappointing loss. I'm not gonna lie. That was disappointing. That was disappointing. That was disappointing. That was disappointing. Hmm. That was disappointing. Hmm. Oof. That was disappointing, man. Okay. Uh. Hmm. Man, that was disappointing. I think what I'm gonna start doing. So I'm gonna probably reset that. Actually, what I'm gonna probably start doing with this one is because I keep doing this to myself and I don't understand why. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna give myself a daily loss limit in this account because okay, it's not gonna let me do it until the next session. So okay, all right, guys. That's gonna be it for me today. It's crazy that one loss right there before I went in and took it out on my other account, because that's exactly what I did. I think something else that I'm gonna have to do is actually limit the amount of contracts that I can trade on this account, because I get pissed off and then I just go full port and I take it out on that account. Anyway, I made money in my funded account, so I should be happy about that. I made money in an eval. I should be happy about that. But the eval from last night that, we caught that great trade, and I was just hoping to get at least $800 to lock it out. The trade went against me. But if I was just more like the crazy thing is, I was trying to do the right thing. I was trying to stop out and, kind of pretend that because if this was a regular trade, it would have stopped me out and the system would have closed me out. But because I had some profits in the account, I kind of wanted to try to hold it as much as possible. And if I just had it a bit higher, I didn't think about the initial balance high, just probably keeping it above it. I didn't really think about it at the time, which is kind of frustrating because I didn't think about it that way. Honestly, I was kind of looking at a level. I wasn't even thinking about the initial balance high. I saw it was the initial balance high after I got stopped out, and I was like, shit. I could have got back in, but at that point, there was no. Well, in hindsight, I thought it was going to go a little bit higher, but got this massive drop. I identify another level that I thought the market was going to go through. It pushes through there, stops me out, and then this big giant move up. It was just frustrating, so I just took it out on my other account, and or I get stopped out of this one, and then it pushes higher. Then I go to my other account, anyway. That's frustrating. It really is. But I don't have any more accounts. I'm not going to tilt buy any accounts. So I'm just going to have to sit with this uncomfortable feeling and come back later on today. So that's what I have to do. You didn't? Well, shit. Congratulations on that, cave trader. Congratulations, man. Yeah, yeah. So like I said, that's it just kind of really shows. It just really puts human nature on display. I made money in my funded account today, and I'm pissed off that I lost money in an eval. Like, that's, when I say that out loud, it's like, okay, you made money today, and you're mad because you lost money in an eval. Okay. But yeah, K trader. Yeah, the Nasdaq's been kind of crazy lately. In hindsight, it just, well, I guess if I trade it, well, it actually went through the range. So I was looking at a range between 315, 295. It bounced at 287, of course it did. So if anybody was in at this range on the Nasdaq, it swiped the liquidity underneath that range, and then we saw this big bounce. Of course, that's what the Nasdaq does. Of course, that's all she does. And gold. But this was the range I was looking at for the Nasdaq. If I kind of traded at this range, I guess like the first thing that I should have taken note. I probably wouldn't gotten in at the top of the range because you already seen how the Nasdaq missed this range 3 times. So I probably wouldn't have gotten in. I wouldn't have started a position at the top. More than likely, I would have started a position in the middle on the Nasdaq. This is where I would have started my position. I would have still. So if I started in the middle of the range, then I would be in this trade and I would have got TP'd already. It would be highly unlikely for me to even trust the top of this range after price missed it. So I probably would have started in the middle. And then I have the second range down here, just in case the market traded through this range. I definitely would have traded the top of this range for sure. For sure. March has been your worst month? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, our boy Trump, he's been... his tweets are very powerful. It's like Elon Musk's 2.0. So he took away the power pump and he took away the manipulating power that Elon Musk once had with Bitcoin. And Trump now is the embodiment of both. The Trump pump and dump and the market manipulation off of a tweet. So when Trump is in control, this is Trump's market. So, if you don't have Truth Social up, looking at Trump and his random tweets that he puts out, the Trump indicator, you're kind of trading behind. I'm not going to download Truth Social and I'm not going to do it, but it seems like that's what you should be doing. So, but all right, guys, that's going to be it for me. I'm out of time for this session. I do appreciate everybody that joined me today. We'll definitely come back later on tonight and we'll definitely look for more opportunities to earn some more money. And with that said, peace out, everybody, and keep on jabbing.